Hello my friends, this is Wayne here once again for the Let's Play Kit Gaming channel, bringing you Dark Souls episode number 3. Now, you may notice on the bottom right hand side of your screen, my friends, that I have done a significant amount of soul grinding. And this method is something that I'm going to show to you guys right now. I have not done anything else in the game at all since we left off at the end of episode 2. The only thing I've done is grind for souls, and that is for a very good reason. And for the strategy that I like to implement at the beginning of many of my Dark Souls playthroughs. So this is something I'm going to show you guys now. From the bonfire in Undead Burg, we simply want to kill everything in sight. Now this route will give you, I don't know, around 1,000, 1,500 souls or so. But that's not the only reason that I do this. The second reason is the fact that these guys have a tendency to drop Titanite shards, which are essential for leveling up your weapons early on as well. Now, you may also notice that I am not using the Uchigatana again. I am now using the Battle Axe. Now, let me just explain. When I started out, I did so using the Uchigatana, because when you wield the Uchigatana two-handed, it is capable of one-hitting these things. Let me just demonstrate that process as well. Now, the reason I use the Uchigatana two-handed is because it one-hits all these undead creatures knocking about this area. In doing so, you are able to farm souls much faster than you would if you were using the stereotypical long sword. So by following the build that I have been building, we are capable of one-hitting the majority of these creatures with the Uchigatana. Now, the reason that I switched to the Battle Axe is because I like to use a strength build. This enemy here is the one that drops the Battle Axe. It's a relatively rare drop, but you don't have to worry about it, folks, because the more souls you farm in this area, the more chances you have of finding Battle Axes. You can see here, I've got a shit ton of Battle Axes. I've got more in the item supply locker. So yeah, all we need to do is kill all of these enemies on this route and rinse and repeat. I'm just going to show you this route one time before I show you guys why I've been farming all of these souls. So the good thing is, folks, about the strategy that I've showed you in the first 2 episodes is we have the Grass Crest Shield, which means our stamina regenerates a lot faster. We have Havel's Ring, which means we can carry more weight. We also have the Stone Armor set, which means that we can tank more damage. So the strategy for killing these ones on the stairs is quite simple. Once again, you just use the right trigger to kill these. Now, obviously we've taken some damage from these things, but not too much due to the stone armor. So that's it, that's all there is to it. Now, this guy is he's usually one of the last ones. We've got this guy here. I'm just going to claim these. So we've got some Hollow Soldier armor. Now, I do like to keep all these things, because once we unlock Kingseeker Frampt, then we are able to donate souls to him and get money for them. Well, I say money. We are able to donate items to Kingseeker Frampt and get souls as a result. So it's like a shop in a way. It's Dark Souls equivalent of a shop. So that is the route, folks, and that is all there is to it for this soul farming method. Then it's literally rinse and repeat until you have enough souls to do what you want to do with them. Now, I haven't explored any of these areas yet, as I've been waiting to switch on the camera once again. So this is going to be episode 3, and we have got quite a little bit to get done in this particular episode. So what I'm going to do now is head back to the bonfire and start spending these souls. And when I do so, I'm going to explain to you guys exactly why I've spent the souls on that particular thing, and then what we're going to do with the rest. Now, this is all work towards the build that I like to call the Giant Piggy build. Now, I will show you guys all about the Giant Piggy build a little later on. So we're going to level up. I don't know if, you know, I'm not really much of an online gamer. I just created it and named it myself. So yeah, there's probably something similar in the build department, but still, shut up, we're going to do it this way. So what I'm going to do, folks, I've got 72,500 souls. I want to level up my strength to 27. That will leave me with 38,000 souls, almost exactly, save the one. Now, that will take me to level 26 on the soul level front, but the reason I want level 27 strength is that my favourite weapon, the Demon Great Machete, costs, you need a requirement of 40 to wield it one-handed, but to wield it two-handed, you only need a strength level of 27. So I've just leveled up my strength to 27. Now this will give me a massive increase on the damage front, a lot bigger than I expected it, to be honest. And also, thanks to this very farming method that I've just been demonstrating to you guys, I've got 29 firebombs just from looting as well. We've also got, let me just find this, 16 titanite shards, so that's not bad at all. We've also gained 10 humanity in the upper left hand side of the screen. So now we've done this method, we are going to head now all the way back to Firelink Shrine and pay a visit to the Blacksmith for the next part of this particular skill set building. I forgot that guy existed though. So let's head all the way back to Firelink Shrine via the Undeadburg route. Notice, folks, that because we have got rid of the shortcut, we arrived here in Undeadburg via the shortcut that I showed you in the last episode. In doing so, we have voided the dragon scene that usually appears here. Also gone is the white fog door that you usually have to traverse through here in order to get through to the dragon area. So it could be here actually. It's one of these two doors. It doesn't matter, it's just a door. God damn it. So now let's head all the way back to Firelink Shrine by the usual route. And then we will work our way towards the Blacksmith again. But thanks to us unlocking the shortcut via the Darkroot Basin route, we no longer have to walk all the way to the Blacksmith via this route. We usually would have to go all the way here. But of course we can just use the elevator shortcut, which is a brilliant, brilliant thing. And we got a rat there, we don't want to play with him just yet. Let's leave him to his business. Firelink Shrine, so we are back at Firelink Shrine now. And still dealing some serious damage. Now, we are going to kill a lot of bosses in this episode, I think. Because we're only 6.5 minutes in. Sorry, I just got distracted by my computer screen. I do that a lot. I really get distracted by my computer screen a lot. It's because I play on my television because it's more smooth, but I like to make sure that my PC is actually recording. So I've made a few mistakes in the past, rookie errors, that I don't look at my computer screen and it's actually not recording at all, something like that. So that's not something that we want to encounter. We just want it to run smoothly and happily. So we're going to rest at the Firelink bonfire to get our health back up and to restore our Estus flask total to 10, which is the amount that we want to have right now. Now, with our 38,000 souls, nearly 39,000 actually, we are going to head up the elevator route and head to Andre of Astora, the Blacksmith himself. Now, it's just occurred to me that I did not kill that big gigantic beast thing, so we're just going to have to sprint and hope that nothing catches us. Once we have arrived at Andre of Astora, I'll show you guys what we are going to spend the rest of our souls on for this particular route and this particular walkthrough. So I do like to play with a big heavy build, nice and strength oriented, but my dexterity levels that I focused on in the last two episodes, I did get them for a purpose, and that's because my favourite bow, the Dragon Slayer Great Bow, requires 20 dexterity. So we are only one single dexterity level away from using that Dragon Slayer Great Bow when we can gain access to it. So nothing has been wasted so far, folks. Everything has been efficient in terms of souls, in terms of expenditure, and in terms of exploration. And I only farmed for about 3 hours to get all of these souls. But that was just it. Like I said, Dark Souls is a labour of love for me. I always like to play it and experiment with the different routes and things, just so that I can get them on top of my head. I know what I'm doing. It's just one of those games that I can go back to every time and play differently or similarly, but tweak my methods. So we've just arrived at Andre of Astora. So now what we want to do is actually, there's no point in me repairing my great axe because I've got a lot of other ones that I have not used. So let's just get rid of, get out of Andre's way. We will equip one that isn't damaged. Lovely. So let's head into the reinforce. In fact, let's just go to the purchase items first. I'll show you why we're here. The Crest of our Taurus. Crest opens sealed door in the heart of the forest. Now this is essential. It costs 20,000 souls. We are going to buy it straight away. We're also going to buy the Weaponsmith box, Armorsmith box, and Repair box for an extra 6,000 souls, leaving us with 12,961. Now this means that we can repair, reinforce, and modify all of our weapons, armor, and equipment at the bonfire, so we don't need to keep having to run backwards and forwards to a blacksmith. So that's very helpful. We've also got plenty of Titanite shards on us, so we don't need to purchase any of those just yet. So, now we want to reinforce our weapons. Let's head down to the battle axe that we have equipped, which is the one marked with a red dot here. So this costs 1 Titanite shard out of our 16 and costs 200 souls. It will give us a damage increase of 9, I believe. I'm terrible at math, sorry folks. But the point is, I should have enough to level this up to at least +5. And I do. Lovely, so that is spot on. So look at that for a huge damage increase, and I don't have the Ember yet, so I can't level it up anymore. I could also level up my longbow, which I may actually do, but I can't remember the next time I actually get a half-decent longbow after this one, so I'm just going to spend it while I've got the souls. And I've already got... Right, I need 2 more Titanite shards, so let's just get this done and get it out of the way. Then that is our longbow reinforced, which is good for farming a couple of bosses in a little while, actually, so yes.
Don't get yourself killed.
Right, now let's head up to... into our menu, and we'll see how the battle axe is increased. So 142 plus 66. So already our damage is over 200 just from a little bit of expenditure on that. Now, fun fact: the Drake sword is only just over 200 as well, and that doesn't scale. So providing we keep leveling up our strength, we have got a flawless weapon right here. And by the time we get the Demon Great Machete, we'll have an even more flawless one. So the longbow is already looking very impressive as well, thanks to our dexterity as well. So look at that. It's an S rank on the dexterity front, which means we've got a huge damage increase there. Let's just put that damage increase to the test, shall we? I'm going to switch out to my longbow. Press the Y button to switch to one-handed. We can target here. And we've got a beast in here, the Titanite Demon, who we can have a little bit of a play with. So 64 damage. Although we did have to avoid his attack. But 64 damage is already massive on the increase front compared to what it was. So now we have 9,361 souls left. I want to save these souls for the next part of this particular walkthrough. So what I'm going to do, folks, is now head all the way back to where we were. In fact, I didn't rest at this bonfire, which means I can use a homeward bone. I'm going to return to the last bonfire we rested at. Yes, I am. And that will take us now, hopefully... Did I rest at the Filing Shrine? Yes, I did. So take a swig of my coffee. Yes, so we're at the Filing Shrine. Let's just rest there again. It's one of those things that I like to make sure. Also, let me just check this. Look at this. We can now reinforce our weapons, reinforce our armor, and all this... Although we can't actually reinforce the stone armor, so it's quite useless at the moment, but still, it will come in handy later on. I'm just going to deposit all of these extra things that I collected during my farming. Look at this. This is how long I was farming for, folks. You can see I have put a lot of effort into it. We're going to get rid of the Uchigatana now, because we don't need it. Get rid of all the extra battle axes as well. Get rid of the crossbows, because I'm not really a crossbow person. Anything else that I've got? What have I collected here? Jeez, I've got plenty of stuff. So once we unlock Kingseeker Framt, I can give him all this stuff for some extra souls, which probably will allow us to get a couple of levels or so, I would have thought. Obviously, I can't confirm that until we actually do it, but we'll see. So I've still got the Havel's Ring and Rusted Iron Ring equipped. Now, let's go ahead and get on to the main objective for this episode, which is, of course, boss battles. Yes, this particular episode, I confirmed in the last episode, is going to be all about killing a few bosses with our flawless new build. So we're going to do that. We're going to head all the way back to Undeadburg now. In fact, let's kill these things and collect a few items along the way as well. So we've got an item here, a Soul of a Lost Undead. Now this is awkward, because I died. I can never ever get that. Just rolled off the cliff. Luckily, our death thing will be just on the side of the cliff, so I don't actually have to start all over again. Unfortunately, I do lose all my humanity. Basically, that's what I meant to do, the jump rather than the roll. Let's try it again until we get it right, shall we? Basically, there's an item over there. I can't remember what it is, and I do want to know. But there's a method to it. You just have to run and jump. Where I suck at using the jump feature. Unfortunately. Let's try again. Oh, fuck off. I can't be arsed with that. And I'm dead again. Yep, there we go. Now I'm dead again. Right, forget it. We'll come back to that item later. Damn it, Dark Souls. You never fail to piss me off. Uchigatana. We had that. Forged in the Eastern Lands, known for its brisk slashing motions. I really do love the Uchigatana's attacks, to be honest, folks. It took me a long time to get used to switching to a battle axe rather than the Uchigatana, if I'm honest. But the battle axe is just more efficient for our build. So I'm going to say bollocks to that item. We'll come back to that at a later date, just because I can't be asked to time the jumps the way I should do. Balls to that. Balls to Monty. I recovered, so I'll get all my humanity back as well. Which is good, because I can now kindle a couple of bonfires in the upper parts of the area later on. I don't want to kindle any bonfires just yet, because I am playing online. And I have to be a human to kindle bonfires. And when I'm a human, I have a tendency to get invaded. And that really, really pisses me off when I'm trying to establish my character's build. So yes, we are not going to bother being a human just yet. We will do for one of the bosses in a little while. But for now, we are alright. And we're 16 minutes in as well, so we've got a little bit done. I've showed you guys the origins of this build and what we are aiming to achieve. So let's just keep the show on the road. We're going to keep things progressing quickly rather than slow, which is why I did grind off camera, just because it makes things go a little bit quicker. So the battle axe is dealing some extreme damage now that it's been leveled up, and I bloody love that. I'm looking forward to fighting this boss in a minute, the Taurus demon. Just because this massive damage increase should be very, very fun, to say the least, for dealing with this boss. So I've just got the Soul of a Lost Undead. We are going to head up these stairs once again, and we are back in familiar territory where we started the episode. This guy is still intent on swinging at nothing. We've got 265 damage there, 239. So we're well in the 200s with every swing, which is pretty sweet. I'm not complaining about that. We've got this crossbowman up here, and we'll kill that son of a bitch for 227. Now I'm just going to rest at this bonfire, because I haven't tried to fight a boss for a long time in Dark Souls. Like I said, it's been a while since I actually played this game. So I want to make sure that I get back on track properly. So if I do die, at least we don't have to run all the way back here. If I do die, I will probably cut away, just so we can get back to the point. Just so it keeps the episode shorter. Keep in mind, folks, with episode 2, if I had kept in everything that I was getting up to, that episode would have been about 15 minutes rather than the 32 that I knocked it down to. Just because there was a lot of grinding, and I died a couple of times as well, I believe. So there's 1, 2, and we'll roll over here and kill this bastard as well. Take this, sir! Now, there is a bowman up in the top here, so we want to kill him. Otherwise, he will pelt us from above when we try to take out the swordsman and the lancer down below. So we're going to get that bastard done as well. Have you dropped anything for us? No present at all. Damn it, you selfish tosses. So I'm going to kill this guy with an overhead cleave. 302 damage. So the critical, the right trigger attacks, now deal over 300 from up above. And I ain't complaining about that, folks. 45, and that was when he was defending as well. Oh, nice. 2 hits while defending, killed the Lancer, and that's pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to fighting this boss in a minute. 227 for that one. Okay, let's head up the stairs, and the fog door will be on our left-hand side when we traverse this spiral tower. Here we go. So I'm just going to take a sip of coffee, and then we're going to get this show on the road again. One thing you guys are going to have to get used to is that I am a caffeine fiend. Yes, I am indeed a caffeine fiend. I always play video games with coffee, and I'm not at work in the morning, so the more coffee, the better. What I did, I traversed the fog door and climbed this tower straight away. That is because we've got these crossbow folks up above who will pelt us with arrows when we try to head down here. The Taurus demon is on top of that building. When we run across this bridge, he will appear, and I'll show you guys the strategy for dealing with him later. Be wary of gorgeous view. Oh yes, that is indeed gorgeous. You cannot argue with the views that Dark Souls brings to the table. I really cannot wait for Dark Souls 2, folks. That is, of course, my reasoning for playing Dark Souls 1 again, is so that I can get ready for Dark Souls 2. which I will also be recording on the channel, probably blind as well, so that's going to be entertaining. A number of you have made comments saying you wish that this was my first playthrough. I do also wish it was my first playthrough. So we aggro the Taurus demon, we sprint because he's charging at us right now as we speak. We just want to head straight back to this ladder, climb all the way up. Look at the big bastard, look at him go. So we want to aggro him, and then much like the Asylum demon, we simply want to look down at him, and then roll, and then attack. And that will give us, look at that, we've just taken like 3/4 of his life away, just from leveling up our weapon. So we just killed the Taurus demon in 3 hits. I did not expect that. And we didn't take any damage at all. You defeated the Taurus demon. So we get a humanity and a homeward bone, and we get plenty of souls as well. Here we go. Oh, hell yes! The demon's great axe. Now, that is something I didn't expect. The demon's great axe is even better than the demon great machete, but it requires 46 rather than 40. So we need different strength. We need a much higher strength skill to equip this effectively, even with 2 hands. But actually, folks, I am very happy with that. I may actually use the demon great axe instead of the demon great machete, and there are a number of reasons for this. The demon great machete is a bit weaker, whereas the demon great axe, let me just show you guys this. It's got an A rank for strength right now, but once it's leveled up, it will give you a S rank. It is the highest ranked strength weapon in the entire game as far as stats goes, and it scales the most as well. The damage this can deal with 99 strength is incomparable. I've never seen anything like it. And yes, on my PvP character, even though I'm not much of an online gamer, I have multiple playthroughs completed on this character. I'll show you guys later if you like. I do have 99 strength, and it scales incredibly with the Demon Great Machete, but it never scales S rank. So that's where we started. We've just traversed through here. Now we're going to speak to this guy now.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Well, you're a freaky man. We'll speak to him again, though.
Aha! So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Yes, we will listen to your proposition, sir.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Sounds good.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
White Sign Soapstone.
Strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Okay, folks, so by talking to Solaire of Astora, we have enabled us access to the whole multiplayer side of things. Now, this is very useful because once we are human, we can summon other people's phantoms into our worlds to take on difficult bosses, such as Smo and Ornstein and Quailag as well. So it's very, very handy, but you have to be human. So if you are confused about the multiplayer aspect of Dark Souls, don't be. You just need to be reversed. You can't be hollow. So now we want to access a new shortcut. In order to do that, we simply want to get our sprint on from here. We don't want to fight any of these bastards. We simply want to... Oh, crikey. Well, that caught me off guard. We simply want to get down these stairs is what I was about to say. Of course, big bastard dragon had another thing in mind. So, now we've ran all the way down that bridge. We did get attacked by the fire, but it doesn't really matter. We've now gained access to this ladder here. A beautiful ladder it is indeed. And why is this such a good ladder? Because it takes us down to the Undead Berg bonfire. So, yep, we've defeated the Taurus demon. I can't believe we've found a demon great axe, the best strength scaling weapon in the entire game. I need a 31 strength to wield it, so we need one more strength level. So, yep, we're going to have to get one more strength level in order to wield it. So let me just double check, actually. So I've just spent the rest of my souls on strength again, just because, well, it's going to scale later on. So yes, we definitely need one more strength level. That's where I worked out when Solaire was talking anyway. You need 31. Basically, folks, if you wield with 2 hands, you have to times your strength level by 1.5. So yeah, and that makes it more effective. So by having 31 strength, we will actually have 46 strength as far as scaling goes with 2 hands. And the Demon Great Axe will be our chosen weapon for the time being. At least until I later potentially switch to the Demon Great Machete. So now we are just going to kill these couple of things here. Just because I think I left a few items down here. Before we progress on to the Tower Gargoyles, which is our next boss, I just want to make sure I haven't left anything else down here. Just because we won't be back in Undead Berg for quite some time. So that dragon, folks, if you shoot at its tail, it will give you the Drake Sword. But the Drake Sword honestly isn't that good. Not when we've got a build like this already, and we've already got the Demon Great Axe, which is the best strength scaling weapon in the game. I will say it one more time, just so it's drilled in. So I'm just going to climb this ladder, because I can't actually remember what's up here. So it's probably something trivial that doesn't really matter or make any difference, but I'm the type of completionist that likes to see and do everything. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got nice up here. A throwing knife. So yeah, it's nothing any really good, but at least it's good for the views, isn't it, folks? Let's head back down now. So I'm going to traverse this ladder once again, and we now need to head back. In fact, you know what? I cannot be bothered to walk. Let's use one more homeward bone. Return to the last bonfire rested at. Okay, so we've just returned to the bonfire. Now, I'm just going to see if I've got enough of these souls that I can actually level up my strength one more time, because that would really, really help. Large soul of a lost undead. Let's have a look, shall we? Plus 400, so no, we definitely haven't got enough souls. Okay, used to acquire souls. 200. Let's use the other 2. Right, folks, we're like 28 minutes in anyway, so what I'm going to do is end this episode now. We've got one boss done. I've showed you the origins of my build. My build has been improved even more by the fact that we found the Demon Great Axe. I've never ever found a Demon Great Axe from the Taurus demon before, and perhaps we got it because we killed him in 3 hits without taking any damage. I'm just going to throw that theory out there. Let me know in the comments below if you're more expert at this than me. But right now, we are level 30 strength. We need one more strength levels before we can wield the Demon Great Axe two-handed. And yep, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do a little bit of soul farming off camera using my usual method here. And when we come back, folks, I will hopefully be 31 strength so we can equip the Demon Great Axe. I cannot wait, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed this one. We have got a lot more boss fights still to go in the next episode. So yes, let's look forward to it and let's get this show even more on the road than it is now. Thanks again, my friends. Goodbye.